Hello, my loves. Oh my goodness. Welcome to Power. This is day one. If you don't know about my journey, I have been doing Facebook Lives since the beginning of Facebook Lives, and I still get nervous and it still comes up. But it's just a reminder that nervousness is just excitement without breath. And if you're here, say hello. I'm so happy you're here. Say hi, and it takes a minute for the comments to come through. And then tell me where you're tuning in from. Hi, my name is Stefi Lane, and I am tuning in from Austin, Texas right now. I'm in my apartment, and yes, I have so much planned for today, but I want to make sure that everything is good. If somebody could let me know that you hear me, you see me, that would be great. All right, and I will monitor the comments. Yes, hello. Okay, hi Kelsey, hello, good. I'm starting to see everybody come in. This is gonna be extremely powerful, the playfulness, the powerfulness of your power. So say hello and let's get started. Okay, sounds good and looks good. Okay, perfect, thanks Kelsey. The worst thing you can do is to do a live and then all of a sudden the audio is crap and all that. So yes, you are heard and seen. Thank you, Amy. Thank you. I'm so happy you're here. All right, welcome to Power. I'm gonna set the container for a little bit, tell you what to expect, and then I'm gonna dive into the content. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself, and then I am going to tell you what we are going to get started. If by any chance we lose connection, which sometimes happens, there's a lot of power, there's a lot of energy in these calls, just wait and I will come back right on, okay? So don't you worry, I'll come back. I'm so happy you're all here. This is so fun. Okay, so first I would love to know why you are here. Why are you here for Power? Perhaps you were curious, perhaps you've been wanting to tap into your power. It's something that you're curious about. It's something that you want to enhance. And I will say it's very interesting because I used to live in California and now I live in Austin, Texas. And when I go and visit the energy in California right now, California's going through a lot right now. And there is just like this phonetic energy of, oh, what's going on, what's happening, where when I'm here, I actually feel very grounded here, and I actually have access. feel like I have more access to my power in this location at this moment. And so what I want for you, and my intention for this masterclass, is for you to not only see power or connect power or understand power, I want you to feel it. I'm not gonna be here the whole time, rambling, talking, telling you stories, and just like giving you theory. I want you to actually feel and connect the power on your emotional body, on your soul, on your spiritual body, on all parts, so that you can go out into the world better and happier. So today I got my eyebrows waxed. They look good, don't they? And a few years ago, just writing the story down, writing the affirmation that I love my life was really triggering. I could not do it. I couldn't. And today when I went to get my eyebrows waxed, the woman was asking me about what I did, and I told her, and I shared her my Instagram, and she said to me, wow, and she looked at my Instagram and she goes, you look like you love your life. You look like you love your life. And I was like, thank you for that reflection. I do love my life. I do love my life. I do honor my life now, and I do appreciate it. And that is power. That is power, that is power, that is power. So my intention is that. So Kelsey says power in my communication. All right, I love that. Power in communication, how you show up. And just so you know, these transmissions, these live trainings are gonna be anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes. So I will keep you at that time. I'll make sure to honor your time, but we're gonna dive in. And thank you, my eyebrows do look good, thanks. Okay, so first, there is a collective grief going on all around us. I have seen it, and this is now more than ever the time to tap into your power, because there is so much sadness, grief, anger, rage, and I'm not saying to bypass that. I'm saying to see that, but you get to live another paradigm, a new world, a new change, because you get to access your power. And that's why power is so key and so important, is that you know this is for me. And I'm looking at my notes because I wrote a lot. There's a lot going on. But what I want you to expect is, I want you to expect this transmission to download it, to understand it. I'm gonna give you some exercises and some insight at the end, because it's not just gonna be me talking. And so that's pretty much it. There'll be 4 days of this. Well, I'll come live, we'll discuss. If you have any questions, I love, love, love engagement. Even if you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay, ask questions, put things in there. And then also, I do love when you share on your Instagrams or your stories. So if you want, you could take a video or an image if you're not on your phone and share that you're on the Power Masterclass. And I know this is really early for my West Coasters. Tomorrow's a little bit later, but thank you so much for being here. Yes, I love that you're all here. Okay, is that it? Oh yes, and we're gonna be exploring purpose, prosperity, pleasure, and power. And I thought that power was going to be at the end. I thought it was going to be at the end for some reason, but actually power wants to be in the beginning. So we're just going to dive into the power codes now. So when I say power, what comes up? What comes up when I say power? Does it feel icky? Does it feel like it's not something attainable? It's not something you could grasp? Like, what comes up when I say power? Because for a very long time, when I heard the word power, I thought bitch. I thought a person that has no recollection or no empathy for anyone else, and it's like power hungry and they'll just claw their way at the top. First off, I actually didn't introduce myself. So let me introduce myself and tell you first who I am, because I have a lot of newbies here. So hi, I'm Stefi Lane. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a mentor. I'm a marketing, people call me marketing genius. I think I'm a marketing genius. And I have been on this quest of building my confidence for a really long time. When I was in my teens, when I was in my 20s, I really struggled with self-doubt, with confidence issues, with skin issues. I was not very happy. I was totally cut off from my sexual energy, from my feminine energy, and I really, really struggled. I remember looking at other women and seeing, what does she have that I don't have? Why is she special? Why does she sparkle? Why do I not sparkle? And it really, really hurt me for a really long time, because I thought I wasn't enough. I thought I couldn't have that. I thought I couldn't achieve my best life ever. And the possibility is, now that I'm on this end and people are starting to reflect that, wow, you really do have a great life, I'm starting to see that even though the world is having this collective grief and not having the best time ever, I know in my world I'm having the best time ever and the best life ever. And everything had to come up. I had to go through all my struggles and challenges and confidence issues and all the things to get to where I want to be a leader. I want to be an entrepreneur. Like, I've always been meant to be an entrepreneur. I always knew it. I even knew it when I was 13. I was like, I can't work for other people. I could do this way better, right? I could run this. And it's not for everybody. But I struggled with that, and I really thought that I was never able to do it. And so I decided over and over again, I gave myself permission. I kept learning. I kept progressing forward. I worked on my personal development, and I kept showing up, and I kept stepping in, not stepping forward, but I kept stepping into my power. And I know that when women are around me, they magnetize. I've always had this gift, and I'm sure if you're here, you have this gift. Your gift, your sparkle is infectious. Yes, yes. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, love. Your sparkle is infectious. And so when I'm with other women, when I see other women, even when I was younger, I remember when there was a lot of women that were all jealous of each other and all catty. And I just loved celebrating women. And I want you at your best. I desire you at your best. I see you at your best. I see you at your greatest, because I see myself at my greatest. Not all the time. I forget sometimes. Recently, I was getting a healing from Deanna Bamford. I'm sure she's gonna watch this training. And she's like, hey, you sometimes forget that you're a powerful being. And I'm like, I forgot. So you forget, and it's okay. It's a human experience. And then you remind yourself when you're with people. So yes, my question again, when I say power, what comes up? So for Kelsey, she says, feels good, empowerment, sovereignty, decisiveness, strong, grounded, rooted. Great. I love that you have a new paradigm with power, because the old paradigm I felt like was cutthroat, competitive, masculine driven all the time, and then like, let's just go for it, where I feel like the new paradigm of power is decisiveness, is calmness, is grounding, is really seeing everything, and also is from a place of kindness and love. It is quite a journey to go through life and still be a kind human being, because life can sometimes bite you in the ass. It can bite you in the butt. I do swear sometimes, I do cuss. I'm trying to clean up my language a little bit, but it comes out sometimes, so gotta deal with it. But yes, thank you. Kelsey, your sparkle is infectious. That's so awesome. Okay. While I'm all about the sparkle, I can definitely get down in the darkness. So we're gonna go to the darkness for a minute, and don't worry, we're gonna spiral up. But this new paradigm of leadership, and why do we want power? Why? Why specifically, Kelsey? Why, Rebecca? Why, Amy? Why specifically do you want power? What is it going to give you? What is the opportunities power going to give you? Are you going to be able to speak up? Are you going to be able to show up? Are you going to be able to start your business? Are you going to be able to wear that dress? What is it? Yeah, it takes us into the depths, Scorpio Queen. Yeah, let's do it. Of course, I busted out this book today. If you haven't read, every woman needs to have this book. It's Women Who Run with Wolves. It's the myths and stories of the wild woman. And one of the stories is talking about the naive woman. I'm not going to go into the story, but it's the Bluebeard story. And I want you ladies to know, and beings to know, that while you can be in sparkle vibes and energy and love and light and all the things, you are not naive. You understand that there is darkness, and you understand that darkness can be attracted to light, or most of the time is attracted to light. And so you being light, you see the darkness, you see the perpetrator, you see the energy, but it does not affect you. It does not rock you. It does not rock your core. It does not rock your heart. It does not rock your womb. You are connected to your power. Yes, kindness and love is hard in power, maybe because decisiveness feels bitchy, like you said. Yeah. And why does decisiveness feel bitchy? Because I see decisiveness as boundaries. I see decisiveness of, this is where I'm going, this is what's happening, this is what I desire, this is what's happening. So tell me what decisiveness means to you. I'm just liking your comments because I have my computer here. All right, let me know in the comments if you believe that you're powerful, right? And you're learning to accept it, but your sensitive soul, you are so sensitive. That's me. I'm extremely sensitive. So any weird thing, if I'm at the DMV or I'm at the grocery store and somebody has like a weird fight, an altercation, I can pick up energy all the time. And nobody taught me how to protect myself from this, because my sensitive soul was like, the world is so dark, I'm so scared, I don't have any power here, I'm going to shut off. I'm going to ignite and turn off. Rebecca says, decisiveness means freedom and power to me. Yes, I love that. How can we adapt that decisiveness means a direction and a path toward what feels best for you? A direction and a path to what serves you. Decisiveness is so great in business, because I mean, you do have to make a million decisions all the time, and you do need to be decisive. When you're indecisive, it's weak, and it's weak in the core. And I don't mean weak like you're weak. I mean, it's just a weak part of the body, and we're going to talk about that, of you starting to solidify the core that I get to decide. I get to decide. This is what I do. So when you're in that sensitive energy, you're picking up all the energies around you. There's so much going on. You can feel like you want to shut down. And this what happens to quite a few empaths and quite a few feminine souls is like, you're just like, it's too much. People are mean. The world is a terrible place. I am just going to turn off. And sometimes you do need to do that. It's a great, great way to just take care of yourself. Kelsey, I already need to rewatch this. Yeah, you'll rewatch this. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip. I have this new deck, and just so you know, these trainings are very feminine now. I used to be very structured. While I do have a structure right in front of me, I'm gonna go off tangents and I'm gonna ramble and I'm gonna tell you stories, and that's just how it's going to be. Okay, I got this new deck from my sister-in-law, my future sister-in-law, in a week and a half. And she's super not woo, but she got me this, which was really nice. And I wanna read to you, the reason I named this masterclass was because I pulled this card. I pulled this card, Power. And I wanna read it to you, if I can find it. Give me a moment. Everyone take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Relax the belly, deep breath in, deep breath out. We don't take enough breaths throughout the day. Okay. You are more powerful than you could imagine. This card serves as a reminder that within you lies an infinite well of power that you can source whenever you choose. Throughout our lives, we may have been given our power to others or have stripped it away, but we always have the ability to call it back. Bear, so there's a representation of a bear. The bear teaches us that understanding and working with our personal cycles amplifies our personal power. While it is widely accepted that bears hibernate, this is actually not the case. They go into deep sleep called a torth, I don't know how to say that, which means while their body functions slow, heart rate, digestion stops, they are still able to wake up if startled. They go into this to survive the winter when food is not readily available, and do so by eating more in the fall to store up their body fat. As humans, we may not sleep for months, but we have our personal cycles. It is important to know what we expect from ourselves. You may not feel very productive during the new moon or during an entire season, and that's okay. There will be other times where you have more energy and space within you. Knowing these things about yourself is powerful as it helps you prepare to maximize your potential. So it's about getting things done. It strengthens our determination. And what I did love about this is you can go through a hibernation. You can go through a death. You can go through a grieving process. Grieving is powerful, and you can come back and be even more powerful, and you can always come back. You can always come back. You can always wake up. And to remind yourself that those moments of rest, those moments of resets are not powerful. They're extremely powerful. They're times for you to grasp and understand the information that's coming to you. Yeah. So Kelsey says, summer, I needed this. Summer is my internal winter, and I've never been able to relate to hibernation, but because we don't sleep for a whole season, yeah, we don't. And I will confess, I haven't been live since December. I haven't done a live training since December of 2020. 2020? Yeah, December of 2020. And so now I'm here. I feel like I have been sleeping for winter, spring, summer, and now fall's here, and I'm like, hi, I'm back. I'm back to serve. I'm back to help you all. So I want to tell you something. I want to tell you a sexy, sexy story about power. So power is in choosing the self, and then power is choosing in what is best for you in that moment. And a few years ago, a long, long time ago, I was super in love, and it wasn't my husband. It was another man. I was super head over heels over this guy. We had a really good connection and a great relationship, and he broke my heart. He broke my heart so bad. He like slept with the neighbor girl, and it was just talk about losing your power, right? So a couple of months after, we started to rekindle things because we had such an intense connection, like such an intense connection. And we were starting to like date again. And I remember like he would like bring me food and I would go over to his house and we were just kind of courting again. And I remember I was going into his room and I was going to sleep with him because that was the intention. Like, I'm going to sleep with him. And I was kind of talking to Andrew at the time. And for some crazy reason, it wasn't crazy, but my phone was blowing up. Andrew was calling me every 5 minutes. He kept calling and calling, and Andrew's not possessive. He's not. He just says, something's off, something's going on. Are you okay? What's going on? And I kept looking at my phone, and these are the old school phones. Remember the Nokia phones? I looked at my phone. I was like, I don't know. I don't really want to answer this. I want to see what goes with this guy. And I remember in that moment, I leaned back and I felt this fire in my belly and was like, is this the most powerful thing for you? Is this the most powerful path for you? Here you have this great guy, Andrew, that's looking out for you. He intuitively is freaking connected to you where he's blowing up your phone because he's trying to stop you from going down this path of sleeping with him. And I remember I looked at this guy and I looked at him and I was like, you know what? I honor you and this has been great, but this isn't right. This isn't powerful for each of us. We're just going down another pattern. So I'm gonna leave. And yeah, I'm gonna go. And it was the first time that I had said, I had said no, and I stayed in my power and I solidified my power and I left for myself. And because I had never felt that before, I always had felt like this crushing feeling, or like I needed approval from men, or I needed a guy to like me, or I needed to sleep with him so that he liked me more. But in that moment, I said no. I said no, and I was powerful, and I walked out, and I knew I was making the right decision. And so that is a moment when your power is ignited. Your power is fueled from your yoni, from your womb, from your sacral space, all the way to your solar plex. You could feel it. You're like, this would be the best of me. And what happens a lot of times is, as women, we go, no, I'm gonna turn that off. I'm not gonna listen to that. I'm gonna, squash that right now. This is where it's going. This is what's happening. But power doesn't live in the mind. Power does not live in the mind. Power lives in the body. Power lives in the body. Power lives in the core. And I'm not saying you have to have a six-pack. I'm saying power lives in the body because it has to be rehearsed. Yeah, love this analogy. Certain areas of life to sleep, rest, and then not an actual sleep. Powerful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for seeing me. And I like sharing sexy stories with you all. But it was good. It was a part where I felt that ignited power, and I want you all to understand that it is in the body. So we're gonna do an exercise right now. That would be best. I think I've been doing a lot of talking. So I want you to go ahead and close your eyes. If you wanna stand up, you can stand up, or if you wanna lie down. And I want you to place your left hand onto your belly above your belly button. And then go ahead and relax. I'm gonna keep my eyes open just to make sure that everything's working, but I want you to close your eyes. So take a deep breath in through the nose, open mouth, side out. Good, deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. So we stick our bellies out. We suck them in way too often. So I want you to actually relax the belly, relax the jaw, relax the forehead, and ask yourself in this moment, how can I feel my power in my body? Where am I storing the most power, and where do I feel that there's lacking? So draw your attention to a part of your body that is your strongest, that is your most powerful. Now draw your attention to a part of your body that you feel is your most weakest. Now, like thread, begin to weave some energy, a connective energy. When one tree is weak out in the forest, another tree will support it in the mycelium web. So go ahead and give yourself that support. So if you hold tension in your throat, give your strength from your heart. If you hold tension in the back of your heart, give yourself that support through your core. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Now I want you to begin to tap into what that ability, your power, gives to you. Do you get more confidence? Do you speak up? Do you feel more alive? Do you have clarity? What does power give to you? And self-ignite that. Plug it in and step into that. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And when you're ready, go ahead. Open your eyes, do a little shimmy. Ooh, crack your neck if you need to. So for me, my power is in my womb. I've been told many times when I speak from the womb, it is truth. But my weakness is in my throat. A lot of times being cut off as a little girl, people not letting me finish my sentences. I had a little speech impediment when I was younger. So my throat tends to close up a lot at times. I used to get a lot of sore throats. I don't get them as much, but I scream into pillows a lot because it unlocks it. How did that feel? Tell me in the comments. And if you're here and you're a little shy, just tell me. I want to see you. I want to feel your power. And as you're telling me, I want to talk about power is action and momentum. And we're still good on time. Yeah, we're doing good. Power is action and momentum. For a really long time, I did promos. So promos, alcohol promos, I would have vodka, tequila. I would go to bars and I would do wine demos at grocery stores. I'd be like, hi, da, da, da. I was that chick, right? It paid real well. It paid really well, and it was a great gig. I didn't have a boss. I didn't have to do like the regular clock in, clock out, and I made really good money, and I had an awesome time doing it. But then all of a sudden, 7 years went by. 7 years went by, and I was still doing promos, and I was still doing gigs, and I was 28 at the time, or 27 at the time. I'm 33 now. And I was at the Vons in Pacific Beach. So if you are living in Pacific Beach or San Diego, you know that Vons in Pacific Beach. And I was doing a wine demo. And when you have a wine demo, you have your table, you have all your stuff, and you have like little trinkets and things to sell wine. And I was really good at this. I remember we would have to be there for 4 hours, and they say, okay, if you sell these 2 cases in 4 hours, great, we're gonna pay you $150 or $200. And I was like, the entrepreneur in me, I'm gonna see if I can sell this case in an hour and a half or 90 minutes so I can go to the beach and hang out. That's what I would do. And then I remember one day, it was during Christmas, I was wearing a little scarf and I was doing a demo at Vons in Pacific Beach. And this energy was like, you can't do this anymore. You can't do this anymore. You can't be selling alcohol. You don't even like alcohol anymore. You don't like promoting this. This doesn't align with your values. Who do you think you are to be continuing to do this? You are taking the easy route out. And I'm not saying that doing that is bad. I'm just saying that for me at that time, the fire, the power, what I wanted to create was so big, so grand that it scared me. And I didn't know if it was possible. And in that moment, I had to make a grand gesture. And sometimes in life, you have to make grand gestures. I have to take a sip of water. Okay, I'm gonna come back to your comments. I was like, I can't keep doing this. I've been doing this for 7 years. It's time, it's time. I know the money's great. I know I'm comfortable, but I gotta do this. And I got into my car. I sold all the wine, of course. I sold all the wine, got into my Toyota Corolla, drove to the back of Vaughn's, and I threw away my whole kit. I threw away all the trinkets, all the things, all the stuff, and I said, I am done. I am done, I am done, and I'm done. And it wasn't from a place of woundingness. It was a place of, I want something better, I want something greater, and I'm ready for momentum, I'm ready for change. And so I had to make a proclamation, a declaration to the universe that I am ready. So whenever I got emails, whenever I got messages, Stefi, you want to make this money? Stefi, you want to work at this wine, food, and festival? Stefi, do you want to do this? My name was Stephanie at the time, but do you want to do this? I had to say no. And I had to keep up with the momentum because I knew that I wanted to start my own business. I knew I wanted to create something. And it was probably one of the scariest things I had to do because that power felt foreign. That power felt uncomfortable. That power did not feel like me. It felt like a future version of me. So I want you all to be able to tap into that power. And I talk a lot with my hands. I'm Latina, it's gonna happen. I want you all to understand that power, you can source it from your future self. You can bring it in from your future self. Yes, yes, yes. And I want to read your comments. Love that meditation, power in the womb, weakness in the third chakra. Ooh, okay. Good to know. I've been screaming into pillows too lately. That's wonderful, Kelsey. My power is in my head and feet, and I weave it into my heart and throat. Oh, I love that. So very groundedness, so just upper and lower to connect. Scared of the power and sacred anger. Oh, wait. Scared? Oh, scared of the power and sacred anger. Oh, I love that. I love that. I mean, we're working through that in this masterclass series. So power is in an embodiment. How do you want to embody your power? Do you want to walk differently? Do you want to move differently? I would love to know, what is it that you desire to create for yourself and your power? Because power is not sourced from other people. It's not ignited from validation. It's not from certifications. It's not even from credentials. I know some people that have amazing credentials and certifications, and they are terrified of starting their own business, or they're not meant to have their own business, but they've expressed to me that they wanted to, right? Or they're terrified of taking that next step, or terrified of being published, or terrified. And that is a normal part of the human experience, but your embodiment of doing it, of moving through, I don't like to say move through the fear, because that's not really fun. Who wants to move through fear? I don't like to move through fear. I like to alchemize fear, turn fear from pain into pleasure, and have fun during the process. Because if it's painful for you, I don't know about you, I know Kelsey does fitness, but if my workouts are extremely painful and they don't make me feel good and I don't like to do them, I'm not gonna return back to them. I'm just not. I'm not gonna come back to them. It's not gonna happen. But if my workouts are enjoyable, I'm progressing, I'm having fun, I'm feeling a little sore, but it's doable, I'm going to continue to show up. This whole thing that you have to struggle is some BS that's sold to you. You do not have to struggle. Struggling is optional. You do not have to struggle. You do not have to struggle. And so accessing your power is realizing all the lies that you have been fed are just a bunch of bullshit. You don't need them. You don't need them, you don't need them, you don't need them, and you can continue to move forward. I was talking to Dee, my healer, my Reiki healer, and she was saying, sometimes you descend so low, you go to this rebirth death phase because you want to be born again, or you want to be rebirthed like the phoenix, and that's very Scorpio vibes. But I don't have to go so low to go high. I don't know who told me that or why I believe that. I don't have to go low to go high. You don't. It's a myth. 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 So let's see, is there anything else? I do believe that power is keeping your heart open even when things are really tough. and really awkward or really uncomfortable, and it's opening the heart. And the heart, remember, power's not in the mind, power's in the body. The heart's not here. I mean, it is here, but the heart's not, I don't feel power from this part of my heart. I don't know about you. I feel the power right there, behind the scapula. Scapulae. Is it scapulae or scapula? Yeah, that's where I feel the power. It's in the back. It's in the posture. It's in the breath. It's in the breath. It's in the posture. That's where you feel the power. And by keeping your heart open, even when it freaking hurts and somebody hurt you and they broke up with you, or something happened, or a loved one passed away, it is continuing to open the heart even when it hurts, because that will access you even greater parts of your power. Yeah, scapula, singular, scapulae, scapula, plural. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Rebecca. Rebecca's so smart. She knows everything. Yeah, so this is Playful Power today. Playful Power, opening your heart. Actually, I would love all of you to take a shrug your shoulders up by your ears, down, to press them down. Good. Reach them up, over again. Relax the jaw at the same time as you do this. Shoulders up, and shake the body. That feels good. I asked my husband what power was for him, what feminine power was, and I thought he had a very interesting response. I want to share this, and I'm going to tie it all in, and then we're going to wrap it up today. But he said that feminine power is that they're no longer naive to the masculine masculine shadow. They're no longer afraid of it. And as soon as he said that, I thought of this book, Women Who Run with Wolves, and the specific story of Bluebeard. And Bluebeard, I definitely recommend that you read it. I'm sure if you Google it, but it is about a woman not knowing how to access her intuitive psyche powers, not knowing that that is part of her essence, and that she kept pushing it down, saying that, it's just something, it's just a fluke and all that. But power is created. It's like a muscle. It's a bicep muscle. You constantly create it, and you're co-creating it with it. So are you going to be a mega superstar tomorrow? I don't know, maybe. But you are going to be constantly working towards your power and finding where it is the strongest for you and where it is the weakest for you, like we did earlier in that exercise. So key for you to understand. Relaxing the jaw while tensing the shoulders lets the energy release and flow. Normally I tense everything, then release everything. Yeah, no. I remember one time someone's like, you have too much tension in your neck. And I was like, trying to get it out. They're like, you don't have to get tension out with tension. I was like, oh, I could just do a myofascial release. It doesn't have to be tension equals release. It doesn't, that equation doesn't make sense. So back to this no longer naive of the masculine shadow. As you can see around you in the world right now, there's a lot of shadow, lots and lots of shadow. And power is seeing those parts, those dark, icky, very scary parts, and being like, I see you there, but you are not going to consume me. You are not going to come into my home. You're not coming into my family. You're not coming into my field. Absolutely fucking not. And that is power. And that's sovereignty. And in the beginning of the year, I kept hearing discernment. Discernment, discernment, discernment. Discernment with your actions, with the people that you let in your life, with everything. You have to be discerning with that. And with discernment comes power. It continues to fuel, continues to grow. And when you start to see the darkness in life, you don't necessarily see it as fuel. I don't think it's fuel, but you know how to recycle it. You know how to turn, like Amanda Francis says, shit into gold. You know how to turn your life into gold. You know how to turn it into mastery, because you are aware and you understand your situation. really, I was reading something, I don't even know where I read it, but a cop, when they're going into an uncertain situation, has to be hyper aware of their situation, of their surroundings. When they close off, that's when they're in trouble. When I was in college, I was so terrified that some guy was going to kill me, murder me. I remember I had this pepper spray on my keychain. I was holding onto it, walking to my class like this. Nobody tried to kill me, right? Nobody tried to slice my ankles, right? I mean, I went to SDSU, so it's like, I gotta get to class, gotta get to class, gotta get to class. Where, I mean, pepper spray is great, but I could relax. I could look around my situation. All right, there's a light over there. Okay, I can, you know, there's those booths that if I need to call for help, it's right there. Looking at my surroundings, zooming out and not having such a fearful perspective. Fear is like this. Power is like this. And that is the embodiment. That is the embodiment, that is the embodiment, that is the embodiment. So your exercise for today, and I'm gonna write this out too. Your exercise is, where do you hold tension in your body? Where is your strongest part in your body? And where is your quote unquote weakest part, or needs a little bit more tender love and care? Yeah, power is an awareness. Power is an awareness. I can't even read my writing. Yo, what is the strongest part of your body? That's what it was. Where are you holding tension, and where's the strongest? And how can you learn to connect them both and have a relationship with them both right there? See, like even right now, my throat starting to dry up because that's where I have to work on. So I just take a sip of water because I've done this many times. And I just relax, and I remember that my power is in my womb. Just take a couple breaths. Because if you notice, when women are not in their power, they speak really high pitch. And they're like, yeah, oh, yeah, okay, all right, Kelsey, all right, yeah, yeah, all right, yeah, okay. I used to be that. That's definitely the California girl in me. Yeah, like totally. Drop it down an octave. All right, so I will see you tomorrow for day 2 of our Power Masterclass. If you found this helpful, if you connect, again, I want you to feel your power. I'm gonna be having also, I'll be talking more about the Gold and Goddess Mastermind that is coming up real soon, where we're gonna be touching into power, feminine dynamics. We're going to be talking about strategy, about building out your signature system, and so I'll be talking about that soon. But it's not ready yet. It's coming for you. But feel into your power, connect into your power. There's something I want to share with you. Let me see if I find it, and then we'll wrap it up. I should have bookmarked it, but I highlight so crazy. If I don't find it, it's all good. Just take a deep breath. I don't think I'm gonna find it. Let's see. You know what? I will post it and share it with you. Well, I love you all. Connect with that power. I do believe tomorrow is pleasure. Come tomorrow, because pleasure is such a beautiful activator. Mwah. All right, have a good one.